Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live on St. Patrick's Day for Fun Fold Friday. How is everyone doing? Are you wearing your green today? Be careful if you're not wearing green. They say you can get pinched. Luck of the Irish to you all today. It is Friday. My favorite day of the week is Fun Fold Friday. I love to join you live with a different, I'm looking for my card. I put it down. There it is. With a different kind of a fold. And today's card is a super easy one that you can whip up in no time. And you're going to be able to use this with like all of the stamps you have in your collection. It's called a pop-up flip card. Okay, so it has a little pop-up flip mechanism when you open it. And we're going to play with those rhinos again today. This is my 5th card of the week. Hello, Joy. Hi, Diane. Thank you all for coming back to join me. And I am going live an hour, just about. I'm a little bit late. I'm 5 minutes late here, but I did need to go early because I have to take my daughter to her doctor's checkup. And we're going to be leaving shortly here. So thank you all for joining. So if you're watching the replay and you're wondering why I'm such a different time today, it's just because of her appointment. But regardless, we'll get this done and you guys can be able to hopefully make this card. I know you'll be able to make this card. It's super easy. I'm going to use a different DSP. Hello, Rebecca. Thank you for joining. Hi, Mary from Montana. Thank you for joining. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Annie. Watching from rainy Waterloo, Indiana. Oh my, rain. Well, it is spring now, right? So I guess it's fair game. I'd rather rain than snow at this point. But that's life, right? We got to take whatever we get right now. And we've got a blue sky here in Calgary, Alberta. So I'm excited. Okay, it's Friday. Let's get the show on the road. I'm going to flip the camera and point you down at my work surface. I'm going to put my coffee down. I've got my coffee in my Stampin' Up mug. I love, love, love my Stampin' Up mugs. These were a gift to my husband and I from the recent, well, not recent, but last incentive trip. All of our pillow gifts came in a box. So I have 2 of these mugs, one for me and one for my hubby, but he's not a coffee drinker. He's a tea drinker, only when we have hot breakfast. But so I basically think I have 2 mugs. All right, let's flip the camera. I was just waiting to see if I could get everybody on here. Janine, oh my goodness, exciting week for you. Celebrated 5 years cancer-free on Tuesday, and tonight you fly from Illinois to Colorado for my first grandbaby's gender reveal tomorrow. Oh my goodness, that is so exciting. Wow. Have a great weekend. I wish you all the best of luck and have fun. Okay. Anne says, finally seeing you live. Good morning from Wisconsin. Hello, Anne. Hi, Donna from London, Ontario. Thank you all for being here. Hello, Melissa. Hi, Marie. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, let's go. Let's flip. I'm going to put my coffee off to the side and we'll get started on this fun fold card. Okay, here we go. There we go. We're going to turn my camera, point you down here at my grid paper. Let's straighten everything up here. Let's lift up a little bit. Slide my phone into the holder a little bit better. And let's get started. Good morning, everyone. Hello, Kathy. Thank you so much. You're getting ready to stamp with your friends this weekend. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Annie says she hates snow. I'm with you on that one. I could live without snow. I'm pretty sure I could. What's the paper you used? Yeah, it's called Hello Irresistible. Let me grab the package here. Yes, it's called Hello Irresistible 6x6 DSP. This is what it looks like with the flowers. Yep, Leanne, you got to get that one. It's beautiful. Okay, so today we're playing again with Rhino Ready. Here we have it. We're going to make a pop-up flip card today. And what I'm going to be playing with today, let me bring that back. I'm going to be playing with this little guy here, the one that's so happy. He's trotting off with the little birdie on his back. He's so stinking cute. We're going to play with that one today. And I have to stamp it a couple of times because, true story, my Smoky Slate blend has decided that it's done. It's on strike. The light one, so I have to order a new one. So I've been coloring these rhinos all week, and I've had that blend for a long time. So it's just worn out. So we're going to stamp that one on. I'm going to show you an alternate idea if you're not a fan of coloring, or maybe your blends haven't arrived, or maybe you need to have an alternate idea. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to stamp it on Smoky Slate first with my Memento. And I'm also going to stamp it on white. Hi, France. Thanks for joining me. This is quite a big rhino. So we're going to take that ink pad in my hand, and I'm going to ink it from the top like so. We're going to stamp it on Smoky Slate. And then we're going to do it again on the white over here. There we go. And you're probably wondering, why are you doing two? And I'll share that with you in just a second. But I do need to cut them out. So let's grab my die. And we're going to cut out this one. We got a little bit of die cutting to do today. So I'm going to cut that one out. And we're going to cut this one out. I've also got some other die cuts I want to do. I've got my tree branch here. Good morning, Elaine. Hello, Cheryl. I have the top of the tree that I'm going to cut out with a little bit of old olive. Don't need a big piece. This is probably big enough. Hello, Dominique. Watching from France. Hello, hello. Thank you for being here. Or I should say bonjour. Okay, so we've got that. What else do we need? We're also going to stamp a greeting today. We're going to stamp and die cut this one. You're built tough. I love that. This stamp set is birthday, it's cheer you up, it's support, it's have a great day. Yesterday I made this cute card. It can be a wedding card. It could be an anniversary card. So this stamp set is very, very versatile, you guys. Very versatile. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to stamp on a piece of scrap paper. You're built tough. And we're going to stamp with Memento. Let's get all this nitty-gritty stuff done first, and then I'll show you how this fun fold goes together. Okay, so you're built tough, stamping it on the white right here with Memento ink. I'm bringing in from the Stylish Shapes die cuts. I'm bringing in this little banner right here. I'm going to put that right on top. Got a little bit of washi tape on there to hold it in place. All right, so we've got that. I think I'm going to bring in some more washi tape and anchor down those other pieces as well. Don't want anything moving, and then I have to repeat cut. So let's anchor down the leaves of the tree. And I got a small piece of soft suede here, so let's make sure it's got, whoa, that's really conserving my paper, isn't it? That's a perfect size piece of scrap paper. Okay, so let's bring in my Big Boss. We're going to need the Big Boss today. And first things first, let's grab the platform. So we start off with the platform number 1, platform number 2. And it has the circles here with 1, 2, so it's really easy to remember. And then we're going to do a 3. Okay, so always cut into this clear plate. You can buy replacements of these, but you don't want to cut into these ones here, the white ones, because that's your machine. You don't want to wreck your machine, right? The plates are meant to be cut have all these little scratch marks and cut marks in them. So I'm just going to put all of this on my platform, and we're going to run it through. Okay, let's bring in the machine. And we're going to lay that down. Of course, we need our top part of our sandwich. And we're going to line this up with the same thing, number 3 on top of number 3, like so. And we're going to roll it through. Rolling this morning. Rolling with the rhinos. Okay, so I'm just going to take all of this and swipe it over here. And I'm going to grab my rhino die. And we're going to cut out the white one. Remember the white one that I just did? I need that one too. So I need 2 rhinos because we're not coloring today. We're not going to color the rhino today. We're going to use smoky slate rhino and a white rhino, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that in just a second. Okay. All right, let's move my machine away just for a few minutes here. We will bring it back in 1 second. Okay, so there's my other rhino. All right, so let's see what we've got. We've got a white rhino here. We've got, I'm going to be a real good girl today, and I'm going to put my dies right back into the case so nothing goes missing. We've got our tree trunk. And that one needs a little bit of encouragement to pop out. So let's grab my die, take your pick tool, grab that little tree trunk, put the die back. And then I have the leaves of my tree, which are right here. And again, I'm putting my die back. And I think I've got my smoky slate one. Okay, so we've got our pieces here. We've also got our greeting, which is from the Stylish Shapes dies. And I've got those here as well. Put them back. Stylish Shapes, you get all of these shapes here, you guys. So this one is going to go right here. Let's pull that washi tape off of there so I don't get washi tape all over my case. All right, so that's going on there. And I also have from the Stylish Shapes, we have a circle die that we're going to be using. This one here is the largest one, okay? So I'm just going to leave that out for a second. All right, so let's see. I've got my chamois, my little chamois here. And let's see. I don't have my, it's not a chamois, it's a silicone mat. Oh my gosh, you guys, I told you it was earlier than normal, right? It's a silicone mat, and I've got a little ink on it, so I'm just going to wipe it up. I'm going to clean that on my chamois. Okay, so we've got this. Let's put all of our images here so that I know where they're at. Okay. All right, let's move on to the structure of the card. We'll put our silicone mat right over here, and I'll bring in the rest of this card. So we're starting off today with a thick basic white card base that is 8.5 by 5.5, scored in the middle at 4 1/4. Okay, so we're just gonna reinforce that score line, make it nice and flat. All right, my other pieces, Playing in the Rain, Designer Series paper. Oh my gosh, that's the one in the mini catalog. I love, love, love this. So if you're interested in my retreat to go, which many of you registered yesterday, many of you messaged me yesterday, this paper, you're getting half a package of that in your box. I'm so excited about that. And if you're looking for where that is, the Rain or Shine, it's called Rain or Shine 12 by 12 paper. It's on page 51 of your mini catalog here. Here it is down here at the bottom. So this piece in front here, that's what I have here. I have a piece of that, and we're going to need 2 pieces of it. So I want to have clouds, and I also want to have daisies, but of course it's a 12 by 12 piece, right? So I'm going to take the top part, and I'm going to cut it at, my measurement for the top is, we need 4 inches by, 5 1/4 wide by 2 3/4. Okay, so 5 1/4. Let's make sure we've got 5 1/4. Oh, nope, we don't have 5 1/4. Okay, I've got another piece over here. 5 1/4. Okay, this piece is 5 1/4. We just need 2 3/4. Actually, I can leave this one like it is because it already has daisies, but I want to show you how to maximize your paper. So we're going to trim it. 2 3/4. Okay, so we've got the sky here. 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. You wish you could have seen this before you placed your order this morning, Barbara says. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope whatever it is you want, Barbara, is not sold out. Hopefully I'm not showing something that is going to be sold out when you go to place your next order. Okay, so we also need a piece 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. So this is 5 1/4 by 1 1/4. Okay, so this is what I was trying to tell you. Like the whole strip here, you don't need to cut it. Like basically you want daisies and you want sky, but you want to be able to get the most. So if you cut it 2 3/4, 2 3/4, you're going to get two pieces of sky, and then come down from the bottom here and grab a 1 1/4 inch. So 1 1/4, 1 1/4, like work your way up with the daisies and down from the sky. I hope that makes sense. That's the point I'm trying to get across, but I don't know if I've explained it, but I'm trying to get you to get maximum use of your paper. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to glue these onto our card front, okay? I also have a little skinny strip here of balmy blue. That's only 1/4 inch wide by 5 1/4. We're going to put that at the seam where we connect these. Okay, so let's move my ink and everything off to the side, and we'll just get my glue going here. How are you all doing today? Thank you all for popping in. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our glue on. So when I put the glue on this paper, I'm only going to glue the sides, okay? And I'll explain why in just a sec. So I'm just using my liquid glue. I'm going to glue down the sides of these DSP. Okay, just the sides. And then let's go ahead, put this on. The clouds, there's a daisy up at the top. Make sure we got it going in the right direction. We don't need a daisy coming down from the sky. That's not how they grow. Okay, so we're going to put that up here. Whoop, a little bit of wiggle room there with my glue. Make sure it's straight. Okay, and then this piece is going to go right here at the bottom. And I'm not too worried about the sky touching, like it's not really matching up, because I'm going to put this little piece of paper right here. I'm going to put that on. And again, I'm only putting glue on the ends of this piece. Okay. So just like about 3/4 of an inch on the ends. Got a little glue there. Get that off before it dries. Okay. So there's what we have. We have the sky and we have the grass at the bottom with the daisies. All right, so now I'm going to bring in this circle die, and we are going to position this in the middle of this beautiful scenery that we've made. And that glue, I'm going to just grab my little, we don't sell these anymore, but I've held on to my little rubber eraser for when I make a mess with my glue, I can get the glue off of my cardstock like this. So there's just getting that off, my little boo-boo there. Okay, so I've got my die, my circle die. And I'm going to put a little washi on here just to make sure it doesn't move around. I want it to stay put where I'm placing it. So I'm going to put a little washi tape right there. I'm going to bring back my machine because we're going to cut through just the front. So I have to open my card up like this. And we're going to grab our platform. We're going to put this on. And we're going to run this through the machine. And just cut out that circle in the front, okay? So let's go ahead, run it through, and yes, it's strong enough to cut through. Thick basic white with DSP on top and that little strip of balmy blue. Okay, let's take a look. So we've got our card front. Okay, so we're going to just gently pull the die off of the front, and just that washi tape, you don't want it to rip. There we go. There, so you've got these pieces. Yeah, I know, I could not craft without my glue eraser either. I think you can still get them online somewhere if you wanted to search for it. Okay, so that was just the DSP, but look, this popped out too. It cut like butter. So we have that circle. So that's why when I was putting my glue on, I did not put the glue in the center of my card so that I could remove this, and now I can use this. I can stamp on it, right? This idea for this card, this is called the pop-up flip card, came from the amazing Julie Davidson. So I'm super excited to be casing her card using the Rhino Ready stamp set today and the dies. Okay, so we're going to first put the die back. Put the die back. Try to put things back as you go. Okay, so I'm going to deal with this piece now, and I'm going to do some stamping. I got a little sticky on my fingers. Okay, so let's put the card off to the side, and we'll get back to that in 1 second. We're going to do some decorating, I guess you could call it, on here. So what I want to do is bring in the grassy image there for the bottom. And we're going to stamp on the bottom. I'm trying to find my little piece of grid paper. My little grid paper thing. That's okay. I'll use the one on my table today. I'm going to stamp a little bit of grass across the bottom of my circle, like so. And I'm going to grab my blender pen. I have so much stuff on my desk today. Crazy, crazy. Okay, we're going to use a blender pen. Blender pens are sold in a package of 3, and they are all the same, all 3 of them, and they have double tips. So you get essentially 6 in one package, which is a really great value. And coming in here, I'm just going to go over the blades of grass, and it's just going to pick up a little bit of that old olive ink from the blades of grass, and it just adds a nice subtle color on it. There we go. And when you're done, you can work off any ink that you have on your blender pan onto your grid paper. Okay, so we're done with that. I'm also going to add a little bit of sponging to the bottom, just to kind of highlight the grassy green at the bottom here. Love sponging and adding color. You can either use a sponge, or you can use, I have a finger dauber, a sponge dauber that I designate to Old Olive as well. Okay, so that's the bottom. Now what are we going to do? We're going to bring back our images here, and we're going to put this on, put the tree and the leaves on. So let's flip those over. We're going to add a little bit of glue to the trunk of the tree and just a little bit on the branches. I'm not worried about getting up into the skinny part of the branches because this tree has a really wide, you know, where the leaves are is all one wide piece. So I'm going to use that to help anchor down my tree. So I'm going to put the tree die right here at the back, tap that down, and then I'm going to grab my leaves, and that's going to go up here at the top. It's just going to be a little bit of a background scenery, that's all. There we go. We got the tree in the background. Make sure the glue adheres. And I got a little excess glue. I love my silicone mat. I'm just going to take that and tap it down. And that excess glue is going to go onto my silicone mat and nowhere else where I don't want it. Love that. Okay, so this is my focal point. It's going to be my little rhino here with the bird on his back. But I didn't want to have to, like, how do you color a gray bird, right? I wanted to put color on my bird. So that's why I stamped it again in basic white. I'm going to bring in my Daffodil Delight marker, give the little bird some color, and I'm also going to give the little bird a little pumpkin pie beak right here. And I'm going to grab my paper snips, and I'm going to snip that section off. Just give it a little trim here. And I'm going to add a little glue to the smoky slate one right there. I'm also going to replace his rhino horn, the ivory horn. I think it's ivory. I'm just going to take my snips and I'm just going to snip off this one over here. And we're paper piecing. I guess that's kind of a technique, you guys. Paper piecing. We're just taking pieces and we're going to rebuild these pieces here. There we go. So put that on. Now he's got a white horn. And then also you can use your take your pick tool for picking things up. Like that little bird is small. I'm going to pick up the bird and I'm going to put it right in position. So now it looks like a proper color for a bird. Isn't that fun? Okay, so that's going to go right on top of here. So let's put some dimensionals. And let me see where I put my dimensionals. In the case where they belong. Yes. Okay, so let's grab some dimensionals. And we're going to put this rhino right on that circle. And you're probably thinking, we still haven't seen the fun fold, Rose. It's coming, it's coming. I just want to do these parts so that I can put it all together when the fold happens. Okay, so this is going to go right, he's going to stand right here. They are running through the grass under that tree. Isn't that cute? Oh my God, I love it. So if you want to add more sponging, because I've only sponged the bottom with Old Olive, I'm going to bring in my Balmy Blue and I'm going to sponge some Balmy Blue around the top. okay? Just to make it look a little bit more realistic with sky. So just taking my sponge, just kind of scraping the edge of this circle and just adding some blue ink, that balmy blue ink. Oh my gosh. What do you guys think? I love it. I think it's great. That image is so cute. And he's got the cutest little smile, little grin on his face, right? How could you not love that Rhino? Okay, so we're going to use this greeting and we'll put that onto our card. Let's go back to the card. All right, so we have our stamped images. We have a card with a big circle focal point. Now to make the pop-up, you're going to need a piece of thick basic white that measures 3 by 4, okay? 3 inches by 4 inches. Along the 4-inch side, you're going to score it at 1, 2, and 3. Okay, it's very simple, 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to grab my bone folder again. We're going to reinforce those score lines. 1, 2, and 3. Then I'm going to fold it in half like this. Super easy, you guys. Got it folded in half. I'm going to grab my tear and tape. On the open ends, I'm going to put 1 strip of tear and tape on one side. So I'm going to put my tear and tape here. Let me get into the camera so you can see what I'm doing. So 1 here, I'm going to flip it over. On the opposite open end, I'm going to put 2 strips, okay? So 1, and then it's sticking to my fingers here, and then 2, okay? So I'll show you that again. The open end, you want a 1 strip, and the other side, 2 strips. And then you can burnish with your fingers here, and then you can peel off the wax covering. I like to use my Take Your Pick tool to help lift up those little strips of pieces from my tear and tape. There we go. So once you've got that done, hold it in your hand with the 2 strips at the bottom. We're going to open up the card. We're going to take this and it's going to come into the center of the card and it's going to go right up. Let me hold it up close. Right up to that score line, okay? So we want to put the 2 strips of tear and tape at the bottom and the 1 strip at the top. And you want to make sure that you're centered around this circle because you don't want it to be off, right? Because when you close it, you're going to see the edge of your little, this is the pop-up part. So I'm just gently putting it here against the score line. And once I'm happy with the position, I'm just going to press down. And then I'm going to close the card and press it in place. And then when I open the card, that square becomes a cube, which is going to become my pop-up. Isn't that fun? How easy is that, right? I can't even get over how easy this is. Okay, so there's our thing. There's our pop-up window. But we still needed a way to get our focal point on there. So I have here a little piece of thick basic white. Hi, Angela. Good morning. Thank you for joining me. This measures, let me look at my notes here. This will be on my blog later today as well. This is 3/4 of an inch by 2 1/4, and I've scored it at 1 1/4. Okay, so you have one long piece and a little bit of a short piece. This is the part that's going to make it flip up. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to put glue not on here. This is the important part. Julie mentioned this in her video as well. You don't want to put glue on here because if you put it too close to the edge, it's going to stick down on the back of your card, and that's not what you want. You want the glue only on this little bridge here. So from this score line out to the edge, that's the only place you want to put glue. So you can use your tear tape, but I'm a big fan of my liquid glue. So I'm just going to use my liquid glue, and I'm going to put a little bit like so. Now I know that I'm not going to get glue on the inside of my card. Then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to fold it. You don't have to fold it, but I want to make sure I'm putting the long piece like so. Okay, so the long piece is going against that back part, and I've got quite a bit of glue on here. That's okay. We're just going to let that set there for a second. And then you can fold up the short piece. Mine is slipping all over the place because I got so much glue on there. Don't use that much glue, guys. Okay, so then you want to put glue on the front flap. Okay, I'll hold it like this. Can you see that flap? This is the short flap. So we're going to put our glue on the flap, and that's plenty. Then we're going to come in here and we're going to grab our little rhino circle, fold down the flap like so. I'm just using my finger to fold it down, and I'm going to place the circle back in place like this. Give it a second, and then once it's adhered, and mine, oh, it slid out of place. Okay, let's put that back again. We're going to put that down, and we're going to just, you can put an ink pad on it or something. Let it set for a second. While that's setting, I'm just going to take my greeting, and I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals on here, because this is going to be on the front of my card. All right, peel off the backing, and let's bring that back and take that ink pad off. And so we've got a card that looks pretty nice from the front, but this now is our mechanism that is going to fold up. Let's see what I've got going on here. Yes, okay. So here's the inside. So when you open it, there's the little rhino popping out. When you close it and flatten him down to put him in the envelope, he's going to stay in position. And there it is when it opens. Opens like that and folds flat like that. Isn't that cool? I love it. This piece here, your Built Tough, is going to go, I'm actually putting it quite low in the corner here because I don't want it to interfere with that circle. It'll overlap just a hair, but it doesn't interfere with the opening and closing of the card. So there's the card in the shut position, the closed position. When you open it, when the recipient opens it, there's still a lot of white space in here that you can decorate. I caution you about putting cardstock in here because it can catch. So if I were to put a strip of DSP or cardstock, it might actually interfere with the movement of the circle. So I'm just going to leave mine plain. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the other stamp from this set that says you're stronger than you think. So on the outside is going to say you're built tough, and the inside is going to say you're stronger than you think. I absolutely love that greeting. So I've got it here on my block. I'm going to grab my Memento ink, and we're going to stamp that on the inside. Let's open up the card and ink this up. And we're going to stamp it right down here in front of my circle, like so. There we have it. Oh my gosh. So adorable, hey? Isn't that awesome? I mean, you could put anything on here. This could be a birthday card, it could be a baby's card, a shower card, a wedding card. There's a lot of images and greetings that could fit on this big circle, right? So thank you so much, everybody. You're welcome. Shar, thank you, Krista. I am so excited about the Rhino Ready stamp set. I have played with it the entire week, you guys. I have a little recap here for you. So I'll start with Monday. Let me grab my cards and I'll share with you. On Monday, I played with the Global Design. I played along with the Global Design Challenge. And I made this card. This week, the Global Design Project Challenge is colors. And it's Crumb Cake, Coastal Cabana, and Very Vanilla. So that was Monday's card. Tuesday, I played along with our team, my team, the Excited Canadians. We had a sketch challenge last weekend. We did this one. That was my Tuesday card. Wednesday, what did I do on Wednesday? I don't have my Wednesday card here. Where's my Wednesday card? Yesterday, I did this card. And that's Thursday. And there's Friday. I'm missing my Wednesday card. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Wednesday, I did this card. There we have it, you guys. A whole week of Rhino Ready. And I have 4 of these that I'm going to send you the pieces, the cut cardstock, the designer series paper, and they're all going to be coming to you when you place your order using the link below that has the host code, a minimum $50 order in Canada. I'm going to send you the cut pieces to make 4 of these cards. You will need the stamp set and the ink and and the dies to cut out your rhinos. I'm going to send you the card base, the designer series paper, and the scrap paper. Like, for example, this one, I will be sending you a little bit of extra Coastal Cabana. You can cut out your leaves, your stem of the tree, all of that stuff. I will send you the shapes as well, the large shapes that are cut out. So, and I'll send you like the punched out cloud, those types of things that don't come with the Rhino Ready Bundle. So you can make these cards at home, as well as the frame over here and the little heart. I mentioned yesterday that your heart might either be fresh freesia, pale papaya, or polished pink. So it'll be a surprise. So thank you all, everyone. I'm just going to flip you back around here now. Thank you. Thank you, Charla. Thank you for joining me a little earlier this morning so that I could take my daughter to her appointment. It's a beautiful sunny day. I'm excited for the weekend. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm wearing my green shirt so I don't get pinched. No, I'm actually wearing my green shirt for luck, right? More luck than anything. So I hope you guys have a lucky St. Patrick's Day. Have a fabulous weekend. Get out your stamps, ink, and paper and to make a card. It is such a great stress relief to sit down, be creative, and you just never know. Like sometimes my team, they'll say to me, oh my goodness, sometimes I'm stuck. I have no idea where to start. And I say to them, have you played? Have you opened the catalog? Have you looked at a sample? Just recreate the samples you see in the catalog or online. And that gets the creative juices flowing. And then once you start stamping, it's really hard to stop. You know, it can take up, you can have so much fun stamping that you just like, the time flies. It literally flies. So I hope I've inspired you. Have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday morning for my next video, 9:30 Mountain Standard Time, my normal time. And I wish you all a great weekend. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.